Do you know what annoys me?
What's that, John?
People that go to Costco with the sole purpose of buying 1 million bottles of water.
Yes.
And they cause absolute chaos. The water comes out and it'll be like gridlocked. Like you can't go anywhere near that area. And I understand if you've got a shop or something like that. Yeah, that's fine. You do you, and that makes sense. But these are just not. I mean, some of our mates go there and they buy like 4 crates of water, and each crate has got like 48 in or something stupid. I understand they're really cheap, but I don't understand how people haven't got, you know.
Well, I got, as you know, I got married about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
And the wedding day was going to be on one of the, if not the hottest days of the year. And so
I remember.
So I say I come up with the idea. I don't want to take credit for the missus. She came up with the idea.
I'm going to edit that out.
Of getting a bottle of water for everyone, because we had some elderly people, some children, and also general adults in the ridiculous heat just needed some water. So I went there, and I needed to pick up a couple of other bits for the wedding and for the house. I queued up. I was there for opening because it was the day before the wedding. I get them the day before the wedding, and I turned up maybe an hour before opening. And right. my mindset was I was going to sit in the car until just before opening and then go get in the queue.
Yeah.
When I arrived there an hour before opening, there must have been 40 people in the queue already. So of course I got out and started queuing. By the time the doors were open, there must have been 200 odd people in the queue ready to go in.
Oh.
And I was saying to the guy who was standing behind me, obviously get chatting after being there for an hour. His wife works there and he goes there every day. Don't know why he goes there every day, but good luck to him.
Before opening time, he was queuing when his wife works there.
He gets there, drops his wife off, and then gets in the queue, and then he will queue, go in, buy a couple of bits. And I said, this was like every day? Because this was on a Friday, so I thought maybe it's people getting ready for the week. He goes, every day of the week like this. Bit peculiar. Anyway, I said, well, I'm going to get this, and this, and I said, I need to get the water. And he said, get the water first. And I said, no, I need to get this. This is important because we need to get a load of sweets and stuff like that, because we have a kids pick a mix type thing. So I said, I need to get that first of all, because obviously that's one of the key features. If we don't have the water, it's not the end of the world, but yeah, we'd like it. He goes, get the water first, the sweets will be there. I said, no, I want to get the sweets because it's in my mind. I've got it, it's there. Anyway, I didn't listen to him. I should have listened to him, because by the time I spent 30 seconds putting the sweets into the trolley,
yeah,
I went to the water, and it was like, it wasn't even mad. It had been ripped to pieces. There was only some fancy water, but they were like the expensive waters. They were still obviously cheap because it's Costco. But all of the smaller bottles of water completely gone, and it's strange. So they said, more water coming out shortly. So I thought I'd go for a walk. Shouldn't have gone for a walk.
Shouldn't have gone for a walk. Should have stayed put.
And I came back, and as I came back, they was bringing the water out, and it was like zombies ripping apart the pack, like a fresh body had arrived in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Actually, tell a lie. The only thing I've seen like it is when the reduced stuff gets brought out at Tesco's or Sainsbury's, and everyone goes mad just ripping it apart. It was insane.
But I don't understand. I've been there, and the reason I noted this down on my phone, because I wanted to rant about it, was because I was there, and it was so much like chaos. I did go on a Saturday though, which was stupid.
Bad move. But you couldn't get to any of the other.
No, it was around. You can't get to anywhere. And there was people. There was one guy who started shouting at another customer, some lady, and then he got his trolley because he just wanted to go out. He just pushed it as hard and fast as he could, and it was just ramming the trolleys, and it was like trolleys flying everywhere. It was mad. It was really, really. But I've got to say, I was very close to that point. I was so upset by it that after that, I was like, we need to get out of this place.
But the thing is, I I completely agree with you that the shopkeeper that's getting bottles of water for his or her store needs to get that water to restock. I completely get that. So I can understand them getting 2, maybe 3, whatever. But the absolute chaos of people, they turn into savages. Like, snatching water, snatching thing. It's...
I don't get why. But we get water out of taps, right? I've just got one of those, the jug filter things.
Yeah, I have.
Why don't people use those? I don't understand.
If it's for shopkeeps, then I get it.
Yeah.
Right, but if you're just buying it for yourself, then A, you're being rude, A, you're being obnoxious.
AA.
Right, yeah. But
3.
but it's I just don't get it. But yeah, it annoyed me. But right, I needed it for my wedding. If I didn't have it, it wasn't the end of the world.
Yeah, but that makes a lot of sense. I feel like you should only be allowed to get it if you've got the business Costco card. You get a special business one, and that should be, you show that card and you get it. It would upset quite a lot of people, but I think they like the carnage though, don't they? Because it shows that they're in demand.
Or they could say, if you're Joe Blogs that goes in there, you're allowed one pack of water.
Yeah, or that.
If you're a business, then you're allowed 2 or 3.
But I know there's people that just get the water and just go.
They just go in there just for the water.
And they put it right at the back of the store. So I understand everyone's got to walk past everything and stuff. But it causes carnage and it makes me sad. So they should move it near the front. Have a drive-through for water if it means that much to Costco.
Or they could do a thing where if you want water, you click online and say, I want 2 packs of water, 3 packs of water. Even if you've got a massive business and you need 10 packs of water, right? You select how many you want. Say you're going to be arriving on this day at this time, and it's like click and collect, like some of the supermarkets do, right? So you've pre-bought it, and then you turn up, and that's designated to you, and then they have a small section for... You were in there, you're having a barbecue or something. You go, you know what, I'm going to grab a few waters while I'm here. And you were allowed to go up and get one. You're allowed to go up and get, not one bottle, obviously, that'd be ludicrous. But you can go in there and get 1 pack of water. But everything else, for all the people that buy multiple things, you need a business card and you have to pre-order your water. You can pre-order multiple days in a row, obviously.
Yeah.
But you can only pre-order to collect multiple packs of water.
How would you feel about like a one-way system? Do you think that would get round the problem? If that aisle, you could only walk one way.
I do agree that it would be good. However,
the queue would be massive.
The queue would be massive, and because people would be waiting, particularly if they'd run out and they were restocking, you run the risk where people are going to be hanging around, which would cause the backlog. Or can you imagine if you went past it, you got your water, and then you looked on your list and said, oh no, I was supposed to get some sparkling water. I mean, I know first world problems, but then you got to go to the very back and join the queue again, which would probably cause more problems. It wouldn't annoy me because I'm organised, but I can see it becoming an issue for quite a few people. But I think because particularly where they have in Thurrock, where it is there near Lakeside, it's right by the sandwiches and there's quite a few other things, and the raw meats are all around there. So a lot of people from different businesses are around that area. It's already busy. So if you put a one-way system, can you imagine someone walks through there to collect some burgers or some sausages or some joints of meat or bacon or whatever, or some sandwiches, are doing a function, they get the sandwiches, and they walk out and go, oh no, we never got X, Y and Z. Because of the long queue for the water, that would potentially cause more frustration and more annoyance.
And maybe people would stop buying the water then and being silly.
Oh, move the water to a completely different part of the store where it's not around anything, and therefore have the one-way system. where you go up, you collect the stuff that you've pre-ordered. You got a pre-ordered queue. You've got your.
But they want you to be stuck, don't they? The supermarket want you to be stuck, so you're standing there, just looking round, and then you go, "Oh, sausages," and put something else in.
But this goes back to one we spoke about in a previous episode, where when they move stuff around in supermarkets to make people buy stuff, right? I don't go, "Oh, this is where X should have been," but Y is there. Oh, I'm going to buy Y now. No, I wander around annoyed that I can't find X. And yeah. So I think
boycott.
Yeah, I think it would have the adverse effect of making people more annoyed and more frustrated, and in an already hot and busy store, you got more chance of arguments and fights,
which can be fun to watch. But let's not encourage it. But so,
yeah. Does water at Costco annoy you? Or are we just too hydrated? Let us know in the comments.